Inside a business, the average person spends 9 out of 12 minutes looking for information in order to create a document. Hi, my name is Tal Nathan. I'm the co-founder and joint CEO of Firestring, a company that's been compared to the Google of the enterprise. So what does our world look like? Well, let's look at the typical company. One of our customers, the largest glass manufacturing company in Africa. 20% of the content is structured. It sits in places such as HR systems, financial systems, and ERP tools, and generally has very strict governance around the metadata associated with it. That being said, business intelligence tools are very good at drawing reports out of structured information. The rest, the 80%, is everything else. It's your instant messaging conversations, it's your emails, it's your documents, such as Word files. Let me show you an example of what this looks like. This document is a piece of unstructured content that sits inside the enterprise. So what's the problem with this? Well, in old school systems, if you wanted to store this piece of content and hope that one day someone else finds it, you have to manually assign metadata to it. This screenshot is showing the metadata that Serendipity has automatically created for this piece of unstructured content. So let's unpack that a little bit and see how it works. We have built a system that can plug into your existing document repositories. We have connectors for SharePoint and SAP that can make meaning of your unstructured content, and other connectors can be built using our APIs. This means you get the best of both worlds. By enhancing these robust applications to make use of automatically generated metadata, information can be found with ease without the need for manual user tagging. I'll show you how our system structures unstructured content. I have this sentence over here. It's a bit blurry. I don't know if you can work on the focus backstage. I'll read it out. It says, Walmart Stores, branded as Walmart, is a multinational retailer corporation that runs chains of large discount department stores and warehouse stores. Okay, I'm not sure why it's out of focus, but I'll read it out. Our system has automatically picked out that Walmart Stores is a company, and it's also part of department stores and discount stores. If we look at another sentence, oil giant ExxonMobil makes the world go round. If we index that, our system has automatically found that ExxonMobil is a company. Microsoft Corporation is the world's largest software company. This demo runs on Microsoft SQL Server 2012. If we index that, we can see that Microsoft SQL Server has been picked up as software, and Microsoft Corporation has been picked up as a company. So this is what your users were meant to do, and they never did. And this is why enterprise content management strategies fail. Firestring automates this process. But there's just one more thing. These words are doorways. These words link to other words associated with each other, and the internet knows this. We have harmonized the collective intelligence of the consumer web, and we have brought it to the enterprise. As cognitive human beings, we know that this sentence is related to database systems, yet a keyword search on database would yield no results, because if you can blurrily see it saying Microsoft Corporation is the world's largest software company, this demo runs on SQL Server 2012. Well, these aren't just keywords. These are smart entities. Let's take a look. So for Microsoft SQL Server, if we open up this entity, there's additional attributes. One of them reads, Microsoft SQL Server is a relational database server, amongst other attributes. This means that a search on the word database would be sufficient to find a document related to Microsoft SQL Server. It's not just words. Entities can store data. Let's look at Microsoft Corporation. Is there nothing that can be done with the blurriness at the backstage? If I open up the attributes for Microsoft, you can now see that our system knows that Microsoft employs over 50,000 employees. We know what their revenue is, and we have additional attributes associated to them. So what can we do with this? Well, you can create dynamic forms such as this one. You can now query smart entities in the same way that you would query your structured relational content. For you techies out there, this means you can essentially run a SQL query on the content that sits inside of your documents. We can, for example, run a query to retrieve all documents where a company is referenced that hires more than 50,000 employees. All this because the keyword Microsoft was converted into a Firestring smart entity. And there we go, Microsoft comes up. So Firestring empowers application developers to bring meaning to any software application via integration with our semantic engine, Serendipity. So how does Firestring work commercially? We want to be as ubiquitous and revolutionary as the relational database. In the 80s, relational database systems allowed us to transact data safely. Software systems today haven't fundamentally changed that much. Most of them are formed to database applications, even if they are mobile and social in nature.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
A round of applause for Firestring.